You've seen the headlines. You've read the comments. At Palace Report 24/7, we go deeper, linking history, current events, and expert insight to reveal what's really unfolding inside the royal family. The cold wind whistling through the Orthodox Cathedral of Madrid on January 17 didn't just carry the scent of incense and old stone, it carried the heavy weight of a shifting dynasty. As Queen Sofía, the 87-year-old matriarch of Spain, walked toward the flower-laden casket of her beloved sister, Princess Irene, the world wasn't just looking at a grieving sibling, they were looking at the two young women holding her upright. Princess Leonor, aged 20, and Infanta Sofía, 18, stepped into the light of the cameras not as children, but as the pillars of a throne in mourning. This heartbreaking goodbye in Madrid is more than a family funeral, it is a mirror's edge reflection of the transition we are seeing in London with Prince George. For the first time, we are witnessing a Guardians of the Future alliance, where the youngest royals are being forced to trade their youth for the solemnity of the crown. If you want to understand the hidden bond between the Spanish and British heirs as they navigate these dark waters, subscribe to Palace Report 24/7 now, hit the notification bell, and join our inner circle. Your likes and shares help us bring these untold stories of royal resilience to the world, ensuring that the legacy of these historic families is never forgotten. To understand the intensity of this moment, we must peer into the past, a past defined by the Greek exile that binds the Spanish and British houses. Princess Irene, who died on January 15, 2026, at the age of 83, was more than just Sophia's sister, she was a living relic of a bygone era. Born a princess of Greece and Denmark, she was once the heir to the Greek throne before the tides of history and revolution swept her family into a life of nomadic royalty. She found sanctuary in the Zarzuela Palace in Madrid, becoming the quiet Auntie Irene to King Felipe. According to royal correspondents at El País, Irene's presence in the palace provided a bridge to the old world, a world of stoicism and shared destiny that deeply influenced her great niece, Leonor. This history of exile and loss is precisely what links the Spanish royals to the British royal family. Much like the late Prince Philip, Irene understood the unique pain of being a royal without a country, a theme that resonates deeply within the House of Windsor as they navigate their own modern-day internal exiles and family fractures. Present developments suggest that the funeral in Madrid was a carefully choreographed display of unity amidst deep-seated tension. While King Felipe and Queen Letizia led the mourners with a practiced, journalistic distance, it was the body language of the young Princess Leonor that captured the attention of verified analysts. Standing by her grandmother's side, Leonor's posture was a masterclass in what commentators from established outlets have called the George effect. Much like Prince George's stoic appearance at the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II, Leonor displayed a level of maturity that suggests her childhood has officially come to an end. There was a strategic silence in the way she moved, no tears for the cameras, only a firm grip on Queen Sofia's arm. This symbolism is powerful, it tells the Spanish public that the future queen is ready to carry the emotional burden of the state. However, the shadow of the past loomed large through the notable absences. While Infanta Cristina and Infanta Elena were present, the patriarch of the family, King Juan Carlos, remained in Abu Dhabi. Despite the gravity of his sister-in-law's passing, doctors reportedly advised against the long trip at such short notice. This absence is being framed by verified analysts as a tactical avoidance. In the same way the British public analyzes every movement, or lack thereof, from Prince Harry in California, the Spanish public is acutely aware that the old guard is fading, leaving the young Leonor and Sofia to navigate the fallout of their grandfather's controversial legacy alone. Public and online reaction to the funeral has been a mixture of deep empathy and intense scrutiny. Trending speculation on social media has focused on the protective bond between the two sisters, Leonor and Sofia, with many drawing direct parallels to the burgeoning public roles of Charlotte and Louis in the UK. One widely shared comment noted that Leonor is becoming the Catherine of Spain, the calm in the middle of the storm. This comparison isn't accidental. Commentators from established outlets have noted that Queen Letizia has carefully studied the Wales blueprint, ensuring her daughters project an image of impeccable duty while maintaining a sliver of human relatability. The public is debating whether this forced maturity is a necessary price for the survival of the monarchy or a tragic loss of innocence for the sisters. Future implications for the Spanish and British thrones are now inextricably linked through this shared experience of early duty. many believe that Leonor's performance at this funeral has solidified her public standing, much as King Charles's authority was bolstered by the seamless transition following his mother's death. But watchers warn that the monarchy's long-term image now rests entirely on the shoulders of these 20-somethings. Analysts suggest that as King Felipe enters the later stages of his reign, he will rely increasingly on Leonor to be the face of a clean and modern Bourbon dynasty, free from the scandals of the Juan Carlos era. For the British royal family, this moment in Madrid serves as a prophetic vision. As King Charles continues his treatment and Prince William prepares for an expanded role, the pressure on Prince George to grow up is intensifying. We are seeing a new continental alliance forming, not through treaties, but through shared trauma and the heavy weight of expectation. Some suggest that the Princess of Wales, Catherine, has been a silent mentor to the European royal houses, proving that emotional resilience is the only way to survive the 24/7 news cycle. Watchers warn that if these young heirs, Leonor in Spain and George in England, cannot sustain this level of perfection, the very foundations of the European monarchies could begin to crumble. As the funeral procession moves toward Athens for the final burial at the Royal Cemetery of Tatoi, the world watches a family in transition. The Greek flag covering Princess Irene's coffin is a reminder that titles can be lost, but duty remains. Queen Sofía, supported by the arm of her son, King Felipe, and the steady presence of Leonor, walks into a future where she is no longer the protector, but the protected. The heartbreak of this goodbye is the fuel for Leonor's ascension, a fresh start born out of the ashes of the old world. What do you think of the way Leonor and Sofia handled this devastating loss? Is it fair to expect young royals to be so stoic, or are we witnessing the creation of a more empathetic generation of queens? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments. Your perspective is the heartbeat of Palace Report 24/7. Before you go, ensure you have liked, subscribed, and shared this report with fellow royal watchers. The crown never sleeps, and neither do we. Thank you for watching. Royal Report 24/7 explains what the headlines don't. We'll see you in the next report.